It's like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want. I'm inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work.
Oh, good morning, everyone. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. I'm getting everything set up. All right, let me turn this camera on. Let's see if we can find the fishies. I think they're over here eating. At least some of them is. Eee. All right, here's some of the fishies out. All right, let me pull up this chat. Say hello to everybody. Hey, Jody, I meant to message you yesterday, but I forgot. I'm sorry. I woke up yesterday with a bad headache, and it was like, well, it's Monday, that's for sure. Oh, yeah, let me fix this. Let me fix this chat thingy here, because we all know Restream likes to be Restream. Oh, well, I've officially had 2 cups of coffee and slightly wired already, and it's 6:34 in the morning. So, after the stream, I think I am going to do a little bit of a water change on this guy. I think a couple of my female Skipias are getting real close to dropping fry, and I'm kind of excited about that. And I haven't seen my swordtails this morning, and I know they can hide, but that's kind of bugging me. Like, where are you guys at? Like, I swear I really need to get a lid for this guy, like a proper lid. I don't think they jumped, but at the same time, I don't think my cat didn't need them. So yeah, I'm kind of worried about that. Could also be because just turned lights on and just gave him food. No one's out yet, so we shall see. I see no telltale signs of Plumpso snails, so that's good. And I do know they like to hide, so there is that. I will get you a message at some point, probably this afternoon, once everything kind of settles down. Because yeah, the kids are getting ready to go on a trip, so I'm just kind of grabbing them whenever I can to, be like, hey, could you help me do tank stuff before you go? Trying to get caught up on everything, so all I have to do is like water changes while they're gone. Because they help me with the important stuff, like not falling into a tank. Because I am short and I am clumsy, and my tanks are a little higher than they probably should be. All right, so we got all the Skippy, well, almost all the Skippy out. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Missing one guy. But I could have miscounted there. Well, I do see one. She's like hanging back in the corner, but I think she's about to drop fry. So now, where the heck did my swordtails go? This is the only tank I've ever lost my fish in. I think I'm going to call it the Bermuda Triangle. All that guppy grass makes it hard to see in there now. It's like it's everywhere. So this morning I almost skipped my stream. Good morning, Mr. Mouse. Good to see you. I did. I fell down a rabbit hole this morning while I was drinking my coffee, and it's not it was isopods, but not like the aquatic kind of isopods. More like the just the regular roly poly type isopods. And I've always wanted to get some of the rubber duckies, but they're like way expensive. Um, yeah, but I've always been fascinated with isopods. I hear the aquatic kind can be kind of as bad as snails, sometimes even worse than snails. So I think I'm going to leave the aquatic isopods alone for now until I have a way to like quarantine them. You know. Oh yes. Hello for everyone that's here. Chat that I may see, may not see. I'm sorry. I'm not really paying that much. I'm just talking to myself this morning. I'm good at making myself seem crazy. But yeah, isopods. That's what I was doing this morning. After Mr. Mouse got ready for work and left, and I was like, man, I could watch this for hours. There's a channel. This guy is great. I'll make a community post and link him. I think everyone would enjoy him. He is, he should have been a comedian, honestly, but he's a biologist and he's been raising insects, and it's kind of interesting. I'm such a nerd. Oh, it's okay. Being a nerd is great. I don't think Mr. Mouse would like it very much if I set up a bunch of aquariums and then terrariums too. But I'm kind of on that borderline of being there, of saying the next thing we're gonna do is set up a terrarium. Also, someone asked me the other day if, because my name is Flying Mouse, which if morning Smiley, if I had sugar gliders or flying squirrels. Um, no, I wish I did. Sugar gliders are great. I have a friend who has sugar gliders, but I can go and steal hers anytime I want to. I also steal her kids, but that's another thing. Um, I really have to stop saying I steal kids. I'm gonna get on a watch list or something. Probably am. Oh, but so okay, the whole flying mouse thing. I started my channel as being Mousy Files, as a nod to the X Files, right? Because I'm old, and it kind of morphed from that and me setting fires to bags of chips to aquariums. So we went a big shift here, right? Um, but then people started calling me mousy flies instead of files, and I was like, well, there you go. Let's just change it. Morning, Branton. Good to see you. Sorry I wasn't here yesterday, by the way, guys. Like I said, it was a headache. It wasn't enough coffee that could combat it, and yeah. I think a couple of my Skippia girls, Branton, are about to pop. They're looking kind of plump. There's one that's hiding. Oh, there she is. She finally came out for some food, but she's looking kind of boxy and big. So I should have some fry pretty soon. I'm kind of excited about that. I'm still setting it. Oh man, come on, kitties, don't fight. I don't want to. Y'all just got let in. Don't make me put you back out. Cat fight might ensue, but it's okay. I will mute and break it up if it happens. Yeah, I'm still sitting at 8 Skiffia. I've lost none. I seem to have lost my sword tails. I'm gonna do a check around, make sure they didn't jump out. I don't think they did. They could just be hiding. They were in here last night. So we shall see. It's kind of crazy because I was about to move them anyway. But I think I will move them when I find them. They're in here somewhere. They're napping somewhere. That's what I'm telling myself. There's someone taking a little fish nap, not floating. Yeah, that's always the worst. But I haven't seen any sign of that. So, yeah, we're going with they're just hiding because they did do that. Okay, enough about them, my hiding fish. My angels are being angels. They haven't spawned again since the other day. But they should be coming real soon. It's about that time. We're hitting that 2 week mark. And then it's go time. I checked my Corys this morning, no Cory action. But since I'm gonna water change on this tank before she drops those fry and get a lid on here so barrel will a better lid. I've got just like a couple of boards I put on it at night. But the Scipia may have took them out because the Scipia were always on their asses. And that's what I'm hoping didn't happen. So when I see them later today, I think I'm going to just go ahead and pull those guys out. And yeah, put them in another tank. And then do water changes over on the quarries and this tank. And I may go ahead and do the angels since they're getting close to spawning again. So I'm going to definitely gonna do a water change over there just because the kids leave in like 5 days. And this weekend they have to pack. So I'm getting everything done, like all the tanks cleaned out, all the water changes done and topped off and everything. So that way Mr. Mouse just has to help me, with the water changes. And that'll be nice. You know. And then when they get back in a week after they leave, week or so, we can okay, just making sure I don't see any more of those cone shaped snails. Being real vigilant about pulling those out as I see them. Um, yeah, but then when they get back, I can do some deep cleaning on the tanks. Get it all back to normal. Plus, I've got some more plants that I need to shove in tanks, and I really want to get that done before they go. But morning, nerd. Morning, Cuddles. I told everyone about me calling Cuddles on Facebook. Okay, so I know you guys have seen Darth in here on occasion, and Darth is a colorful guy. I love Darth. Me and Darth are friends, so we'll tell you that we are friends. Um, so he is doing a covering of the Bible, reading it from start to finish. I know that's not everyone's jam. Religion and politics I usually keep separate. But over on his channel, and I will throw a link up in the community tab with a couple other links a little later on. But that's going to be over to his Rumble channel, where I believe I'm not sure if he's doing it on YouTube too. I need to get with him. But Wednesday we're going to be doing a stream together. Just it's pretty much just reading the Bible, start to finish, is all it is. So if you're interested, cool. If not, understand. It's not everyone's jam. But I just wanted to, let everyone know that's what I was doing. At least Wednesday this week. That's what I got for Wednesday. Morning, Liam. Morning, Ninja Cat. Cat Ninja. Yes, we have focused fish. We fixed the problem. I knew it had to be an issue with Restream when StreamYards worked. And then I fought with myself over the StreamYards. I was like, I don't want to use it. I really don't want to use it. So if I can figure out the audio on OBS, I'm going to OBS. Okay, it is on YouTube too. Okay, I'll link his channels. It's there. My thoughts and opinions on it are probably not what everyone thinks, but again, like I said, politics and religion I keep separate. I probably won't stream it over here because this is fish content, and you know, but just wanted to let y'all know it'll be there. And what else do I got going on this week other than just getting my stuff back caught up? I feel like I've just been staying on top of stuff lately, or trying to stay on top of stuff. I really have to clean some of these snails out of this tank. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, well, two little coolie loaches would really like it if these guys somehow ended up from this tank into that tank. So, yeah, it was a software issue, not a hardware issue. Liam, I was really confused about it because I was like, well, let me see if StreamYards will work. I don't know why I thought to check that out. Opened up, did a test stream with Cat Ninja after that stream, and it worked. And I was like, what the heck? You know, what's going on? And it did, it worked. And I was like, wow, okay, so it's something with Restream. And Branton had mentioned, going back to like default settings or, doing a um, system restore. And I figured, let's do the settings if we go that far. Especially after StreamYard started working. So I did. I went back and I just cleared all of my streams back to default settings on all of them and reset up the countdown and everything. And it started working again. So it was something happened with the settings in StreamYards. But it was on every stream I set up. So it had to be something in like the core settings. So yeah, got that bad boy fixed. Thank you, Cat Ninja Care, for dropping that link for me. Um, okay. Yeah, it totally didn't make sense. Like I really thought it was the computer. I was gonna be really sad if it was the computer too. I was like, man, no. So it ended up being a much easier fix. Real happy about that. And I also need to set up a tote or a bucket um, for the neon tetras because I have a couple of females that are real chunky and they've got to be scattering eggs like daily. Like they have to be. There's no way they're not. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna get that other bucket I've got out. Because I've got one set up where I've got like some rocks raised up with some the it's like the crafting plasticky mesh stuff. Plastic canvas. That's what they call it. I've got that set up. And I was doing it with the Danias when I was trying to breed them. So that they can, scatter their eggs on the bottom and not eat them. And then pull them out after like a day or so. And I think I'm gonna do that and maybe go get like a second bucket set up too and try to at least get two of them going to where yeah, try to get some baby neons going. Which is why I'm gonna need the vinegar eels, which is why I need to message Branton so I can say, hey, send me some vinegar eels. Um, so yeah, I need to get on that. And I wanna get all that set up and going before it starts getting cold. Which my cold is not the same as y'all's cold, but it's for me it's cold. Like everyone's like yeah, everyone complains about the cold. I don't mind it so much, But it is easier to breed the fish in the summer, I have noticed. Except for live bears. They just, drop their stuff. Liam, I agree. I was about to go for the scorched earth reset. If the restream thing hadn't worked, yeah, we were heading there. That's where we were going next. Yeah, I did. I totally thought Dave was drunk, or all the three Daves had, you know, gone out and partied too hard. They were like with that one guy that's like, "This is my brother Larry, my other brother Larry." Man, yeah, it is. It's only chilly here. Many, many moons ago, when I lived in Hammond, Indiana, um, right there on the state line of Illinois by Chicago, Gary, Indiana. Oh, that place was just, it wasn't bad. It was just there. It was a ghost town. Is all it was. Hey, fish family. Sorry, I didn't see you there. I hope you're having a great day. Whoa. Sorry, just got a text and my phone went off and I was like, oh. Okay, I'm not distracted anymore. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm totally distracted. I'm always distracted. But yeah, I did. I thought my Daves had just, bloop, took a dip in the drink. Okay, Skippy are out eating. Yeah, gonna do a water change and get those snillies out of there. It's always a water change, y'all. Always a water change. They're quite therapeutic. That, and I have to go pack up. One of my kiddos lives in Indiana. um, One of my kids lives in Colorado, right? And my other two kids are going to Colorado to see them for 2 weeks. So I'm not going to have my little fishy helpers around, which is sad. But I have to pack the stuff up. Sorry. I will stop reading the text on my phone because I'm just going to keep giggling. Yeah, they're going to Colorado. I'm going to miss them. I'm really sad because it's my kid's first time on a plane, and I always wanted to be, the one who took them on a plane for the first time. And yeah, I didn't get to do that. I mean, technically, I did because I did fly once when I was pregnant and didn't know it. So they had been on a plane, but the other kiddo had been on a bunch of planes, and I was the one who took them. So, oh man, I remember driving from London to let's see, we went to Bath and then to Cornwall, and I remember it just being a lot of driving all over the place. So yeah, it's a lot of driving. Oh, and I'm trying to remember the other place I went. I went to quite a few places when I was over there. Yeah, I've got a couple of the neighborhood. Yep, I flew and didn't know. I flew and I didn't know that I was pregnant at the time I flew, is what I meant. Sorry, that came out wrong. And I may actually do that. I wouldn't actually have to hire them because all the kids always want to come see the fish. They're like, we want to see the fishies. I'm like, Okay, just don't put your hand in the tank. And there's one little one that always the first thing she goes is putting the hands in the tank. So it's like, no, don't do that. Of course, she is all of 5. So, oh, it's been so long since I've been to England that I forget what the traffic is like. The next time I have to go through Atlanta, I'm gonna video it to show y'all how bad it is. It's cool. Yeah, I didn't know that. Like I didn't know it was gonna take us a while to get there. Like I was like, couldn't we have like flown me closer? Like, are we sure there's not another airport near there? And I'm probably sure there is. But it was what we did. It was a drive. I remember it took a while. And doing it after being on a plane for like 8 hours, ooh, that sucked. Not gonna lie, I slept. I slept a lot. Oh, speaking of mice, I forgot to grab my mouse from my laptop. That sucks. Gotta do the touch paddy thing. Ugh. So this is probably just gonna be a short stream this morning because I'm gonna go ahead and drag the python out. These guys are usually way more active. I'm kind of worried about them. Definitely doing a water change this morning. Fish aren't looking right. Do a water change. What else did I have? I've got some other stuff I have to do. Oh yeah, I have to go grab the stuff out of storage. So yeah, I gotta pack up some stuff for my kiddo today. I've already had way too much coffee. Now I'm gonna crack open a soda probably and just get hyped on sugar and caffeine. Wah. What I actually need to do is just go grab a bottle of sparkling water. Is That's definitely what I need. Tomorrow morning, I'm hoping if I change the Corey's tonight, I'm hoping tomorrow morning I'll throw the stream on and we'll pop the camera on that tank and it'll be full of eggs. That's the hope. That is the hope. Now, are we talking human models or models of places? Ah, okay, real models. I was like, man, we can hope. I really want to get those Corys, doing some things. Those ladies are, I know they're ready to pop them eggs out. This one, man, she's not looking near as chunky as she was. So whatever I did that made her like pop the eggs out over here, I need to do over there. which I think it was just the cold water we added. So she was finally like, it's go time. Yeah. Part of me wants to move like some of them back to this tank, but they like to uproot plants sometimes, and I want to get these plants rooted first. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Honestly, I don't really think there is such a thing as too much coffee because, like, now I'm considering going and making an iced coffee next. when, 'cause- and I am really spoiled on this coffee pot because it's got a auto shut off timer that you can set, right? So you can have the hot plate on for like an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours. So after an hour, it shuts off and the coffee cools down, and it's like perfect for iced coffee. So I'm like, oh heck yeah, I'm like using the heck out of this thing. So yeah, I don't think there is such a thing as too much coffee. Liam, that is true. That is definitely true. I will tell y'all this, right? I am not a fan of instant coffee, right? Normally I will stay away from it because it doesn't taste the greatest, right? It's freeze dried coffee. Um and I got sucked into watching TikTok. I told myself I went over there, I would watch TikTok, and damn it if I didn't end up over there watching TikTok. So I was watching TikTok, and a lot of these people on that were making videos on there were using the Nescafe. It's like a espresso roast instant coffee. Um, so I got some of it to try when we were using the French press because some mornings, you just don't want to have to set everything up like that. And it's not bad. It is not bad. And if you like take a spoonful of it, because it's essentially espresso, and you just pop it in your cup of coffee, it's like that is so true, Brittany. That right there. That right there. I mean, I can if I want to, but I don't have to anymore. Um, the new coffee maker is great. Um, so yeah, I've been adding extra caffeine to my coffee, which is probably real dangerous because whew, I already don't focus well, and then add caffeine to it, and it's like, whoa, that's real bad. I need to go back to drinking my bubble water. I'm real sad. I miss my Soda Stream, so I need to I need to get that figured out too. So back to water. Starting. Oh man, when okay, that is actually really good. Community. I think it's Community Coffee has a coffee and chicory blend that's really good. The only thing is it's never on sale, and I can't pay like $9 for a bag of coffee. But like if that's there are times I have because I'm just like, damn it, I want that. So boop. Sometimes you just have to splurge on your coffee. Not gonna lie. And I will say this, at least so more coffee, exactly, more coffee. The cool thing about okay, last thing about the coffee maker because I do love it, and it's a Mr. Coffee, so I was like, oh, you're a Mr. Coffee too. It's like, man, the other Mr. Coffee is like, see, I've come back to you, but he's a 14 cup coffee maker, so it's not just your standard 12. He's like, he gives me two more cups of coffee, so I'm like, hell yeah. Been making like giant travel cups. I'm like, look, I can fill this whole thing up. Is that the smartest thing to do? Probably not. There's this other thing I have to do with the tanks today that I forgot. And it was the reason why I was like, I definitely have to get up early and stream because while I'm waiting for the kids to get up so we can do the other things besides the packing of the stuff up and then the water changes and all the other stuff. I have to clean all the glass on all the tanks because I have put it off. We are doing inside and out. I'm going to scrape the algae. I'm going to wipe these bad boys down. The tanks with the removable backing, those are coming off. I don't know how I'm going to get back there, and it's probably going to be a big mistake, but I'm cleaning all the glass. You know what? Speaking of Danger Dan, I will get a video of him, or we will see him at some point this week. But yeah, Danger Dan, I swear, is alive and well. I have to get him some more of the leopard Danios. And I found out there's two different types of leopard Danios, long fin leopard Danios, like he is. And there's one that has a blue eye and one that doesn't. And he is the kind that has blue eyes. So now I'm looking for a specific breed of long fin leopard Danio so I can breed him with some other Danios because I think those would make a good dither fish for my flag cichlids, which I think they strongly need. And I'm going to have to take at least two of those guys out of that tank over there. You know what? Tomorrow morning, after I clean the glass over there, we will take a look at that one. Old blue eyes. Yep, that's what he is, a little blue eye guy. So yeah, we'll take a look over there. But there's one of those. There's a pair in that tank that are just getting kind of like. I think the other four have paired off, and this two are just kind of just getting beat up too much by those two. There's not really enough room for six of them in there. So I'm going to take those two out, pop them over here with Laney and Lady, get some caves in that tank and set them up, figure out what I'm going to do with them, but get them out of that tank for one. And then see if those four end up pairing off and if I can identify pairs. Yeah, like Danger Dan we need more Danger Dans in our lives, damn it. But yeah, if I can figure out which of those two are a pair, because two of them did spawn together. I just don't know which two, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. So then if I can isolate that, then I can go down just to that one and then spawn those because they're definitely of spawning age now. So that's what I'm gonna do while the kids are gone. I'm gonna watch the Corys and figure out what's going on with those guys and move the fish before they leave because once Yeah, I can't put. Okay, so before I wrap it up this morning, I may offer them up to the club. Yeah, like I did with the Angels. Um, but with my 29 gallons, I'm so short that if I have to go get into the tank, like if I want to put plants in there, I have to get one of the kids to help me, or at least like come supervise me in case I do fall. Because like when my hand goes in, I literally can maybe get. I wouldn't even say my arm reaches halfway into that tank before I'm up to my armpit. I can't get down in there, and I'm like, man, why did I do this to myself? Like, why did I put them up so high? Because if I could like get up and over them, then I could get down in there. But yeah, lucky the kids got their dad's jeans and they're taller than me. So yeah, yeah, I think that's what I'll do, Nerd. Is once I can figure that out, then offer them up to the club and see if someone else has better luck with them, and just keep the one pair for breeding. And I definitely got to get those the black neons breeding because those should be fairly easy. But yeah, probably not unless we can get me a ladder and put it on the floor or some scuba gear so I can go swimming in it. Oh man, I've definitely had too much caffeine this morning. Oh yeah. So put on another pot so I don't have caffeine crash in about 35 minutes. He does have a good backstory. He really does. He is not just any Danio. He overcame, like, he hid and he ate all the little microorganisms that were in that tank and grew himself up. And, just he did. He became the hero of the tank. And I'm really surprised because he does, man. Like, food goes in that tank and he doesn't even hesitate. He just swoops in, gets his fill, and he is out. Danios are a great dinner fish because that's kind of how it is. It really is. I mean, that's kind of what it looks like when I'm cleaning out tanks. I'm like, please don't let me fall in this aquarium or pull it down on me. The good thing about the tank that the angels are in, that Laney and Lady are in, is it actually has mounts for the walls, the tank stand, so I don't have to worry about it falling forward on me, which I thought was a great feature for that fish stand. And had I known it had it, that I'd bought like three of them. Like I'd have been like, no, we're just gonna get like four of these bad boys. But didn't know. Now I know. I mean, it's kind of what it looks like. All right, y'all. Well, since I've really embarrassed myself this morning, drank way too much coffee again. I am gonna wrap this up. and I will be back tomorrow. We will check in on the Corys. Hopefully, I've done my water changes because I kind of have to. And I'm see like this whole little group of snails right here. They're like, boop. Okay, we have snails right there, right there. There's a whole group of them. As soon as this stream ends, I'm gonna grab a net and I'm gonna whoop, scoop them out. Cause see, this tank is little. See how little this tank is. Like this tank is small because it's a 20 long. So it's boop. I don't even think it's as tall as my. Yeah, it's not. It's half as tall as my 20-gallon and about as tall as my 10-gallon. So I really love this tank. I was like, man, when I got one set up, I was like, man, I really would like 15 of these. I was like, I could have so much fun with a whole bunch of these guys. So yeah, trying not to go buy a bunch of 20-gallon long tanks now. But this tank I can get into fairly easy and clean out on my own. So I'm gonna scoop up these snails and get them over to the loaches and let them have a nice little snack this morning because they have thoroughly cleaned out all the snails in their tank. So yeah, we got to check in on everything. So we will definitely get a check in on the flagfish, the flag cichlids. They're not flagfish, they're flag cichlids. Uh, Leda cara curvita, I think is yeah. So we will check in on those and the Corys in the morning. That one I will work on today. That way, yeah. You know what? I can as many of them as there are. I could literally split them up like half and half, and I think it would, yeah. And the crushed shell shells would be good for that tank. So, but all right, I'm gonna get out of here, this morning. Y'all have a great day. I will see y'all tomorrow. Is that something on my screen? Yeah, that is something on my screen. I was like, is there something on my tank or on my screen? And it's a snail. So that's what that was. Boop, that little guy right there. This tank is really small. I love this tank. All right, I'm out of here. Y'all have a great day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And yeah, talk to y'all later. But yes, this will definitely be the next thumbnail. So